Have you ever pondered the paradoxical nature of impossibility? The very concept of something being impossible is, in itself, a fascinating notion to dissect. And yet, as we delve into the annals of human history, we are constantly confronted with examples that defy this very concept. Let's embark on a little journey. Picture this. It's the early 20th century, a time when flight was considered a fantasy, a ridiculous notion. But there were two brothers, Orville and Wilbur Wright, who dared to dream. They were not deterred by the naysayers, nor the countless failures they encountered. Instead, they persisted, and in 1903, they achieved the impossible. They gave mankind wings, proving that the impossible is often just the untried. Now, let's fast forward a few decades to 1969, a time when the phrase "it's not rocket science" was frequently used to downplay complexity. Yet there was a man, Neil Armstrong, who took the phrase quite literally. He challenged the impossible and walked on the moon, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire generations. But it's not just in these grand feats where we see the impossible become possible. It's in the everyday stories of resilience and determination. Consider the story of Helen Keller. Born deaf and blind, the world expected little of her, yet she refused to be bound by her circumstances. She learned to communicate, became an accomplished author, and an advocate for people with disabilities, proving that the perceived impossible is often a matter of perspective. So what do these stories tell us? They show us that the impossible is not an insurmountable wall, but a mountain to be climbed, a challenge to be conquered. They remind us that the impossible is often just a temporary state, a moment in time before innovation and determination transform it into the possible. In the words of the brilliant scientist Marie Curie, "Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more, so that we may fear less." So the next time you're faced with what seems like an impossible task, remember the Wright brothers, Neil Armstrong, Helen Keller, and countless others. Remember their stories, their struggles, their victories. Remember that nothing is truly impossible. It's just a matter of perspective, a matter of time before the impossible becomes the possible. Remember that every great achievement was once considered impossible. And most importantly, remember that the only true barrier to the possible is the mind. So dare to dream, dare to challenge, dare to overcome. For in the end, nothing is impossible. Before we draw the curtains on this inspiring journey, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content that challenges the impossible. Look for our logo, hit the subscribe button, and become a part of our ever-growing community. Your engagement fuels our creativity. If this video resonated with you, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and drop a comment to tell us about your own stories of overcoming the impossible. Thank you for watching. And remember, every impossible journey begins with a single step. So stay tuned for more and keep daring to dream, daring to overcome.